So Renee, can you tell us, like, how did you get involved in your sanctuary? I mean, I think your story, I know it, but for our people listening that don't, just take us from beginning to where you are now.
Well, I married my husband, who was a cattle rancher, for the second time in March of 2010. I moved in with him in 2009, and we were married 10 years prior and divorced because of reasons I won't go into right now. But we remarried. And when we remarried, he had acquired a cattle ranch. It was to be a retirement investment. He was picking up the ranching baton of his forefathers, and he was doing quite well. He was about to retire from Dow Chemical, and the cattle ranch in Angleton, Texas was going to be his retirement, and really add to his portfolio. And he had planned this all perfectly, and I totally threw a wrench in it. And he had no idea, neither did I, quite frankly, that I was going to go vegan on a Texas cattle ranch and convert the first ever, cattle ranch into a vegan farm sanctuary. Who knew? I didn't. I mean, I'm from Texas, and I loved steak and barbecue and chicken, just like everybody did, I guess. I went to rodeos and had a collection of leather boots and clothes, and I was desensitized and programmed just like everybody, until I met a little calf named Rowdy Girl. And a lot of people think Rowdy Girl is me, and although I am quite rowdy and radical in my activism, Rowdy Girl herself was a little calf. And Tommy wanted to get me involved in cattle ranching because I really wasn't interested. They were there, the cows were there. I had no qualms one way or the other. It was just what we did. I was proud to be a cattle rancher's wife. I was proud of what we did. But whenever he told me about these calves that needed a mama, we went to see them, and one of them became our legendary Rowdy Girl. And when I was bottle feeding her, something started to happen to me. I've always been a very intuitive, spiritual type person. I have a very, very rich internal meditative spiritual life. So when I started feeding Rowdy Girl, I started connecting almost instantly to her and her to me. And I began to see things that I had never seen before. And, I wasn't on any mind-altering drugs. So I was actually seeing the sentience of all of those animals. I was feeling it. I would find myself tearing up and crying for no reason at all. But this only happened when I was feeding Rowdy Girl. When I stopped feeding her, I had to go back to being a good cattle rancher's wife. And I always call it door number 3. Door number 1 is that door that, everybody goes in that has no idea about, animal rights. They're just like doing what they do. Door number 2 is those people that kind of go in between. They want to convert, but they can't quite do it because family tradition, whatever. So they go back and forth between door number 1 and door number 3. And door number 3 is that door that people like me eventually slip down into, and they never look back.